Alexios, may I trade your time for wealth? You look wiser than the average mercenary. Perhaps you're nearly as wise as Athena herself.
Wiser and stronger. You might watch your tongue, auntie.
You might watch yourself, Alexios.
You know me?
Don't pretend to be ignorant of your infamy, Alexios the Eagle-Bearer. I have a series of tasks I thought someone of your reputation could handle. But if you feel you're not up to it...
What kind of tasks?
To begin, I have a test of judgment. Which god is more dangerous, Poseidon or Apollo? The answer lies in a nearby tomb.
This is just a riddle.
Riddles are telling, and rewarding when I give them. Prove your worth to me by going to the graveyard near the sanctuary of Athena and solving it.
Fine. I'll figure out this riddle. Sharks are under the command of Poseidon, as are all creatures of the sea. Is he the more dangerous god? Lions are a golden beast, with manes like the sun. Surely they are the favorite of Apollo. Does that make him the more dangerous god?
You! I know who you are. Athena sent you to kill me.
Why would you think that?
I was to be tried for murder, but a great fire burned up the courts and all the records. I walked free. But lately I've heard Athena in my dreams saying I would meet justice. And here you are.
Yes, I am the emissary of the gods. Cause me trouble, and I'll end your miserable life.
I know what Athena told me. I'll face my death blade first.
You spent enough time in the graveyard. What did you find?
How did you know I actually went?
I have my ways.
Is there dirt on my sandals? A look in my eye? It seems to me you're good at figuring people out.
Perhaps. But I want to know which god you think is more dangerous, Poseidon or Apollo.
Why are you so interested in knowing?
Because I have two tasks that require the attention of Alexios. But I can trust the easier task to nearly anybody. I'm going to assign the more dangerous one to you, naturally.
Both those gods may be dangerous. But I met a man who claimed Athena sent me to kill him.
How strange. If she could hear your words, I'm sure the goddess of justice would be amused.
There was a man torn to pieces by sharks on his way to confront pirates. That sounds like the punishment of Poseidon, to those who would insult him.
Defending a territory no man can invade with deadly force. Poseidon would indeed seem to be the greater danger.
I'm glad you agree.
You've wisely considered the subject. I approve. Take this. It's for your judgment.
You ask for my judgment, but you seem to be judging me.
Am I? Consider this. A man took great risks to take to the sea. Perhaps you could figure out why.
His tomb mentioned pirates. Perhaps there is still a danger.
I believe you should find his family in Megaris, south of the ruined temple of Apollo.
I'll pay them a visit.
Misthios! I'd prayed to Poseidon that one as mighty as you would come to aid us. I'd nearly lost hope, but here you are.
I was told your village was in danger.
Yes. My brother sailed out to take on the soldiers threatening to burn us out. I take a dim view of piracy, you know. But they ambushed his ship and, well, my brother never saw home again.
Sharks are merciless.
How did you know he was killed by sharks?
I visited your brother's tomb. I'm sorry for your loss.
Thanks. That's kind of you to say.
So are those soldiers still threatening you?
Yes, but I have a plan. I'm going to build a warship. One they won't be able to sink. My village will survive.
You seem determined. What do you have left to do?
Too much. There's a detachment keeping the pressure on us, not far from here. It's hard to gather building supplies while they're around.
So you need supplies, or you need that detachment taken care of.
Well, aren't you as clever as Athena herself? What would you be willing to do for us?
I'll make those soldiers regret taking up arms against you.
Many thanks, Misthios. I've heard rumors they're stationed west of the ruined sanctuary of Ajax.
Then that's where I'll go. No one will hear from those soldiers again.
Then I'm safe to build my ship. And what's more, my brother is avenged. You have my thanks.
May your new ship bring you victory. Met the dead man's brother.
Ah, so why did such a man go sailing in shark-filled waters?
He was a pirate, and he set out to fight the soldiers who threatened his family. They sank his ship, leaving him to the sharks.
That's nearly tragic. So how did you resolve the matter? That is what you do as Amistios, resolve matters, right?
Pirate's brother asked for my help, so I eliminated some soldiers who attacked his village. He'll be able to defend them himself next time.
I see. That answer is quite revealing of your character.
Why are you concerned about my character?
Something will come of it. Very soon, I suspect. But here, take this for now.
Thank you. Though it sounds like you have more plans for me.
Perhaps. You've proven you could survive the dangers of the ocean. But what about an island of fire and smoke?
I'd like to explore this strange island.
Good. You're very nearly impressing me.
Oh, really? I should be impressed.
I would like to send you to an island of smoke and flame, but an associate of mine still has my key to the vault within. Without it, your trip would be in vain.
Are they as strange as you?
That's nearly amusing. My associate lives in the graveyard you visited for me earlier. He lives as a hermit. He'll have time to talk, even to you.
I'll go reclaim your key.
I knew you'd be back. The owl knows. She's Athena's favorite bird, you know.
I'm here for the key to the vault.
Now, what are you doing here? That's nearly ridiculous.
So you're telling me it's not here?
I left it somewhere safe. It's near an abandoned camp on Egina Island.
That doesn't sound very safe.
How could it not be safe, surrounded by so many defenders?
Why do I never get the easy jobs?
Who knows?
I found your key. Your associate certainly kept it well protected.
He ought to have. I paid him well enough to do so.
Where exactly are you getting your drachmi from?
I have very few needs and spend only on what I find important. I'm very nearly thrifty.
Now that I have the key, is there anything else I need to prepare to visit the Island of Fire?
You tell me, Mistios. Do you feel prepared to explore the foundry of Hephaestus?
Wait, you're not going to ask me a strange question first?
Perhaps I'll think of one later.
I'm ready to explore that island.
Very good. You are proving your worth.
Am I now? I'm impressed.
There is an island swathed with clouds of smoke, where the earth blazes with fire. It's called the Foundry of Hephaestus. A legendary helmet is kept there. Bring it here so I might study it.
Seems like a dangerous journey for just a helmet.
It's not nearly the only treasure there. You can keep anything else you find.
All right. I'll go to the island and find the helmet. That burning island and trapped tomb, you could say they were nearly a challenge.
Even for you. You exaggerate, Eagle-Bearer. But did you find the helmet?
Of course I did. But how could you have known about such a terrible place? And who are you to send me there?
Who do you think I am, Alexios? Some say I show great wisdom. Others say I am wisdom herself. Tell me, who do you think I am?
You sent me to a graveyard, where I met a desperate man who said Athena herself had sent me to kill him. But I suppose that could mean he only thought you were Athena.
It's unwise to give too much credit to the rantings of a madman.
Then you sent me to a pirate in need, who asked me to help him as he saw fit. Was that a divine test of wisdom, or just practicality?
You sent yourself to a pirate. I merely provided the chance.
Finally, that strange hermit with the key. He was even under a statue of Athena's icon, the owl. Did you set that all up as a joke, or is there truth in his beliefs?
So many thoughts in that head of yours. It's nearly too much to contemplate. Make your decision, Alexios.
Seems you want me to believe you're Athena. Mysterious riddles, a helmet of all things to find. It's clever, but obvious.
If this is the case, it is I who should congratulate you on your cleverness. Here, show me the helmet.
I hope this was worth it.
You have great faith in humanity. I hope you see it for both its potential and its failings. I'll make an adjustment and... Yes, I think this will be best suited for you.
Thank you.
I hope you've gained some wisdom from this journey.
Yes, I've learned that profit can come from the strangest sources.
Please, dear gods, can anyone help? Those Atlas swine have ruined me. Ruined!
I find the gods leave us to fend for ourselves. Tell me what you need, and maybe I can help you.
True enough. You look like you can handle yourself. Filthy swine stole my prized tools, though they are worthless to them. I am ruined unless you can help me.
Point me towards these thieves, and I will bring the heavens down upon them.
Praise Zeus. I am the artist Podiklitos. Hunt down the bandits and recover my prized tools. Wait. What is your name, Mystios?
I am called Alexios.
By the gods. Could it be true?
What?
No, nothing. Please, recover my tools and I'll see you rewarded.
I found your tools.
I can't believe it. Maybe you really are from Olympus.
Oh, my friend. I am flesh and blood like you.
Oh, well, at least those villagers from the new farm pay well. I need to get there safely. If you escort me, I'm sure they will treat you lavishly.
What can you tell me about this village?
Linu is a small region of devout villagers and farmers. Hard-working people, very serious in their beliefs. They hired me to make them a sculpture of, well, the Eagle Bearer.
Really? Why?
They know your name and your deeds, and believe you to be their savior.
Why did you think I carried the blood of Olympus in my veins?
Your reputation precedes you, and the villagers of Linu can't stop talking about you.
Lead me to Linu Farm. I'll make sure you get there safely.
Excellent. I'm sure they will honor you with gifts and riches.
Then let's go.
Gratitude, friend. You saved my hide. And you've given me great reference. Let us talk to the priestess Exione and be properly welcomed.
Good Polyklitos. You made it.
Priestess Exione, my journey was a test from the gods. But look what miracle they have delivered.
Who is this?
I'm Alexios.
The Mystios you told me about. He appeared like a bolt from Zeus and rescued me from road bandits.
The Eagle Bearer. This is an unexpected honor.
Glad to visit. How have you heard of me?
Certainly you jest. Your deeds are carried along the winds and sung through the stars. We are but a poor village, but your being here gives us hope to cling to in this hard world.
And soon there will be a statue to capture a hint of your glory.
To have our patron walk among us and give us divine fortune is a wonder. We will be eternally blessed.
You do me a great honor. I am pleased to walk among your people.
Oh, thank you, Eagle Bearer. There are many humble servants here who could benefit from your attention.
Tell me their names.
There is a shepherdess, Herifil. You can find her near the stable south of here. Akatos, the hunter, who has a small house on the west end of the village. And Menalkas, a young farmer. His fields are to the east.
Who is this shepherdess, and what's her story?
Herifil tends a small herd of goats. Recently, she had a scare in the forest and lost 2 of her flock to wolves.
What can you tell me about the hunter?
Akatos is worried he cannot provide for the village since he recently injured himself. Perhaps you could ease his fears.
Priestess, who is the farmer?
Menalcas fears he is cursed. A visit from the Eagle Bearer could restore his faith and purpose.
I will see what I can do for your people.
Not my people, divine Eagle Bearer. We priestesses are but humble servants of your exalted greatness. When you have spoken to them, find me. My sisters and I want to prepare a proper celebration for your portentous visitation.
By the gods! It's you!
Yes, well, it certainly is me. You are a shepherdess.
You know me! You know me so well!
Tell me what happened.
I was herding my flock when it was horrible. Wolves, blood and screams everywhere.
Did you get hurt?
No, you protected me.
I did.
I carry your totem to pray to watch over me. But I was so scared I dropped my totem as I ran.
I can look for your totem.
Oh, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you.
Where were you attacked?
I was leading my flock to pasture through the forest south of the city. I know others have heard wolves howling there on many nights, but I took a chance.
Tell me about this totem.
It's a simple thing. An eagle of rough wood and crudely fashioned. It does not come close to capturing your divine glory, but still, it has kept me safe until now.
I wish it had protected you better.
No! It is I who must apologize to you for losing it. I feared you would be angry with me.
No, of course not. Don't worry, I'll look for your lost totem.
Why have you forsaken me, Eagle Bearer? What have I done to offend all the powers on Olympus? How can I redeem myself?
Forsaken you? I don't think we've ever met.
Eh? Who? You? You?
Yes, me. Tell me what's wrong.
I have been cursed by the gods. They speak to me all day and night, filling my head with visions and fears. I cannot work and my crops wither.
Why did the gods curse you?
I do not know what I did. I've heard the voices of the gods day and night since I took over the farm after my father passed. The voices won't let me sleep, nor rest, and the farm is so much work.
What is the curse?
The gods speak of terrifying things. That the sky will open and drown the fields and my farm. That dark, writhing things will come from the ground and feast on my crops and on my flesh. That the earth will open and swallow us whole.
I'll take a look around the farm and see if I can find out what has befallen you.
Thank you, Eagle Bearer. You are of Olympus. They will listen to you.
But first I must determine if this is truly the work of the gods, or if your plight is of a more earthly nature. Here, what is wrong, my friend?
Are you really the high-soaring Eagle Bearer?
I have descended from the heights of Olympus to visit the new farm and see the good people for myself.
Amazing. A blessing. I am small and not worthy of your attention.
I'll hear no more deprecations. The priestess told me you had a problem. Out with it.
I have shamed myself. Normally I hunt for my family and to provide for the village. But the other day I slipped and wrenched my ankle badly. I can barely walk. I am unworthy of your attention.
You are not at fault for your injury. Go on.
My daughter Myrto insisted she would go into the woods and hunt for me. She's brave, but still inexperienced. She has been gone long, and I grow worried.
I'll find her.
Invincible Eagle Bearer, the priestess said you battled the wolves as if guided by the blood-stained Ares himself.
How did she know that?
She burns offerings of young goats to see signs of your passage. She said you found my totem.
The world is hard, and has shaped me to be able to see things and overcome challenges others cannot.
We owe everything to you, your greatness. We will not let you down.
I know you won't.
Alexios is a sad case. Thinks he's been cursed by the powers that be. I told him that's ridiculous.
Why ridiculous?
Because if you wanted to punish him, you'd just smite him or have an eagle fly down and eat his eyes or the like. Huh? You wouldn't curse his harvest.
I wouldn't.
Of course not. You're the eagle bearer. Arrow of Apollo, shield of Ares, child of Zeus. Not the master of blighted crops. That's beneath you.
So Menalcal's problems are caused by...
Some kind of sickness in the crops. That's what's making him crazy.
Eagle Bearer, do you know why the gods have cursed me?
Think some infestation has taken root in your crops and is polluting your mind.
What do we do? How do we appease the gods?
This has nothing to do with the gods. I will set fire to the silo where you keep your harvest, and burn out the rot to clear your mind.
I hope you are right, Eagle Bearer. All that work, gone to smoke.
No one said it would be easy.
It had to be done. I confess, I do feel a bit better already. Thank you for all your help and guidance.
The Akatos' daughter, Myrto.
Yes? Who are you?
I am Alexios.
The Eagle Bearer?
These woods can be dangerous for common folk. Your father grew worried at your absence and begged me to find you and keep you safe.
I can't believe it. I hope you aren't disappointed in me.
No, child. You honor your father.
I've tried to follow his lessons, but hunting is hard. I've had no luck getting the special deer meat he wants. I'm worried he'll be so disappointed in me.
With a strong teacher like your father, I'm sure you know more than you think. Stay close to me, and maybe I can give you a few tips.
Thank you. You are so kind.
There we go. Deer neck for your father. See? Hard. But you can do this.
You are amazing. I've learned so much.
I will get the rest of the meat your father needs. Why don't you head home and tell Akatos what you've learned?
I will. Thanks.
Eagle bearer, I cannot thank you enough.
Alexios, did you find enough meat?
Providing for you is a simple task. Enjoy my bounty and share it with your village.
Alexios hunts like Apollo himself.
Show respect, child.
Yes, Pater.
It was my pleasure. Be well.
Wondrous Eagle Bearer. Your name and glory drop from everyone's lips. My sisters and I wish to throw a grand festival in your honor. You will be the cherished guest.
If you insist.
However, there is one more who could benefit from your attention. Halkipi frets about her brother. In truth, he is a strange one, touched by madness. Or perhaps a chosen of the gods. Ah, here she is now. Speak to her, reassure her, and then we will celebrate.
By the gods, it's you.
It's me.
It's you. By the gods, my prayers are answered.
Speak to the Eagle Bearer, my child.
You have come to help me.
I'll see what I can do.
Ah, yes, of course. It's my brother, Callistratos. He's always been a bit odd, but this past year, I think the gods have cursed him. Ah, that is, I don't mean to offend.
Go on. Your brother?
My brother's farm is a small way from the village. Always doing his own thing. I haven't seen him for days, but when I went to pass by, I heard terrifying noises. I think something might have happened, but I'm not brave enough to go see.
I'll take a look for you.
Thank you. Thank you, Eagle Bearer. You're too kind, too generous, too nice. Thank you.
What can you tell me about your brother?
Callistratos always tries some new scheme or crazy idea. His last one was to breed chickens that would lay giant eggs. Each egg to feed a family, he said. And he'd sell them far and wide and become rich.
What do you think happened to Callistratos?
I don't know. Maybe a lion or wolf got into the farm. Terrible noises nearly scared my hair white. I'm sure whatever it is would be no match for you, mighty Eagle Bearer. I pray he's all right.
Where is your brother's farm?
He has a large farmstead northeast of here. He doesn't take very good care of it, though. Always caught up in some crazy scheme.
I'll visit your brother's farm and see what's going on.
Who are you supposed to be?
The Mystios who saved your life. You could say thanks.
Not sure you had to kill my best chickens, though.
Watch your tongue, little man. I came on behalf of your sister, who showed proper respect. Don't make me angry.
So tell her I'm fine already. Maybe I can get a gold from Mesara and catch a lion and breed them somehow. Maybe with a snake. I'm sure I could make a fortune.
Halkipi, your brother is something else. But he's alive, and I suppose well.
Thank you, Eagle Bearer. Yes, he is a difficult one. But you have answered my prayers. I will always be your devoted servant. The priestesses have begun preparing a great feast in your honor for all of Linu to celebrate you. It will be magnificent.
Alexios, calamity. Myrto has been struck down by illness.
Take me to her.
Girl was thrilled about the idea of the festival to honor you. She was rushing about, buzzing with excitement, when she suddenly collapsed.
Please, Eagle Bearer. Can you do anything for her?
Did anyone see anything? Does she have any wounds?
No insect or snake bites, but her brow burns with fever.
What was Myrto doing when she got sick?
She was preparing the meat you brought in for the festival, per the priestess's instructions.
Where is Priestess Exioni now?
I don't know. I overheard her calling out for help, telling people not to be scared. But she's vanished.
That's strange behavior. I'll ask around and see if anyone else knows anything. And see if I can't find the priestess.
Eagle Bearer, what did I do to offend you?
Nothing. I just want to know if you saw what happened to the girl, Myrto.
I saw the girl steal a taste of food for your feast, and she fell ill.
She tasted it.
Yes, I'm sorry. Please don't punish me.
What? No, of course not.
Oh, Eagle Bearer, do not curse me with your anger.
What? Why would I curse you?
Your anger is well storied. We seek only to please you, unlike that disrespectful waif Myrto.
What did Myrto do?
I could not say. I only know that Exioni called Myrto a wrongdoer and said you had punished her for her transgressions as a warning to us all.
That is ridiculous. I need to find Exioni. Grey hair, where can I find the priestess Exioni? You must know.
The priestess and her sisters have a secluded retreat. None know where it is, for it is hidden from common eyes. I cannot say more for risk of offending them or you.
Those women do not speak for me. Tell me now, or I'll get angry.
Yes. They appear from and retreat to a secret den past the border to Elise.
Time to have words. Exione, why did you flee from the village?
I left to consult with my sisters. We needed to understand why the poor girl was struck down.
Did Linu offend the divine Eagle Bearer somehow?
Or are we being tested by greater powers of Olympus?
Are the gods testing our faith? Or yours?
Do not speak in riddles. Tell me what you mean, or face my anger.
Wrathful Eagle Bearer, we want only what you want.
I want to know what happened to Myrto and how to help her.
We prayed for an answer, and it was delivered.
In the sacred cave, there is a plant that can save her, but it is too dangerous for us, mere mortals, to descend into.
I'll go get it.
Brave Eagle Bearer, your path leads you to the sacred cave.
Fierce Eagle Bearer, the answers you seek are there.
Divine Eagle Bearer, find the truth.
Exione, I killed your bear.
You're here.
You're alive.
Very much so. And angry. You better have an antidote for poor Myrto, or else.
Or what?
Shut your lying, filthy mouths! You poisoned Myrto to try to hurt me, and then when I found you, you tried to feed me to a cursed bear!
Yes.
No, we didn't mean it.
Didn't mean it? You lying Malakes! You've got Linu wrapped around your fingers and are living fat off the villagers in my name!
It's true.
So true, your divinity.
I'm not a god, you thieving swine! Give me the antidote for Myrto, or I'll split your heads open! Now, be gone! Have the medicine for Myrto. Quick, let's give it to her.
Alexios?
Shh, rest.
You did it.
That was close.
You need to talk to the villagers.
Look inside yourselves. You'll know that I am no god, and you can live for yourselves.
Maybe you are right. Still, you saved my daughter. I'll never forget that.
Thank you, Eagle Bearer, for giving us the courage to stand on our own.
When I eventually finish your statue, it will be a reminder to the village of your message, and a guide for them to do for themselves.
Come to see the richest man in Achaea, have you?
You don't look rich.
The richest person in any land is the one who wants for the least. And I want for nothing at all.
There's only one thing that makes a person rich. Drachmi. The only people who say otherwise don't have any.
Ah! A mind that thinks for itself. Someone save me from this horror. Relax, relax. The name's Democritos. Renowned thinker of thoughts, writer of rights, and questioner of answers.
I'm Alexios. And I've never heard of you.
Probably says more about you than me, Alexios. Now you came here to help, hmm? So happens I've uncovered the whereabouts of 3 divine mathematical discoveries.
Mathematical discoveries? Really?
Yes, really. The theorems, when combined with my own, will unlock the greatest mystery in the universe, which, as you know, is a place where mysteries strive to remain locked. Bring these 3 theorems to me, and I will reward you handsomely.
So, you get the theorems, and I get the reward. From a man who seems completely disinterested in Drachmi.
Drachmi is for idiots! What I offer is far greater than that. But first, the theorems.
Fine. What are they?
Only the greatest achievements of rational thought. The original transcriptions of the Golden Ratio, the Pythagorean Theorem, and Zeno's Paradox.
Tell me about Zeno's Paradox.
Myself excluded. Zeno of Elea was the world's brightest philosopher, known for writing paradoxes that could stump anyone. His work was thought destroyed, but I happen to know the priests in Locris saved it.
About the Golden Ratio.
Ah, the divine number. It's a guiding principle in architecture, sculpture, and is found in nature too. The original is wasting away in the dirty hands of sculptors in Argos. It should be with a mathematician. Like me.
Where am I going to find the Pythagorean Theorem?
It's all around you, of course. Deceptively simple, but subtly mysterious. The equation was apparently etched in stone. I heard the tale it was lost in sunken ruins between 3 islands that form a triangle.
I'll find these theorems for you.
Come back as soon as you have one.
Kere, Democritos.
Alexios! What have you brought me?
So I found Zeno's Paradox.
You did? And what did you think of it?
Tortoise arrives at a point. Achilles, who is chasing it, runs after it. But after Achilles arrives at the same point, the tortoise has moved on. By the time Achilles arrives at the tortoise's new spot, the creature has again moved further.
Exactly. It shows how the universe divides itself infinitely.
A mathematical theory hidden in a child's fable.
Zeno was clever. Every knowledgeable old man I've ever met was an idiot. But the minds of children are endlessly wise.
I found the original Golden Ratio.
A discovery that would change the course of existence.
At first, I didn't think I saw anything special about it. But the sides of this diagram aren't even. The side marked A is almost half of the side marked B.
Almost, but not quite. A and B are to A as A is to B.
So how can this theory be used?
Used? It isn't used, only observed. It is the divine balance occurring naturally in the most measurably beautiful places in the world. It is everywhere. And no one.
Took some doing, but I found the Pythagorean Theorem.
The greatest breakthrough the world will ever know. And now we have it in its original glory.
I thought it might be about the points of the triangle, but the theorem is about the length of the sides.
Astute! You're wiser than you put on. The 2 shorter sides squared, when added together, are equal to the square of the hypotenuse.
That was a lot to take in, but I think I found everything.
You did. And with this, I can finally form my grand theory. The theory that simultaneously divides and unites all the universe.
What is this theory?
Using the theorems as evidence, I intend to prove that the universe is divisible into infinitely smaller parts. As we break reality down, the parts shrink, and the space between them grows.
Once you prove your theory, what will you do with it?
Although I aim to prove that the universe is divisible, I hope that the theory can be used to unite people.
All of this sounds ambitious.
One can't achieve greatness by attempting mediocrity. But I confess, I have a personal motivation.
Everyone always does.
Ha! In another life, you would have made a fine student. When I was a student, I loved a poet. But I was so consumed by study, I never told her. I hope to use these theorems to show her my poetry. And maybe to win her heart.
That's what you want to do. Let's do it.
What? Right now?
You missed your chance to tell her once, Demokritos. There's no point in missing it again. Let's go.
You're right. This time I will do it properly.
Demokritos. I'm sorry.
They killed her. For it to end like this. After all this time.
You have your theorem. And the others. Read them to her. Let her see your poetry.
It's too late.
It's never too late.
You can go. In another life, she might have known my love for her. You might have been my student. Imagine the happiness we'd have known.
A wise man told me, the richest person in any land is the one who wants for the least. Don't want for the past, Demokritos.
I'll leave soon enough. But for now, I think I want for privacy. Take this and leave me to mourn, Alexios.
You there. You have a kind soul. Help an old man buy his next meal.
If you knew the things I've done, you wouldn't be so quick to call me kind.
Nonsense. Your soul is greater than the sum of your actions, stranger. Tell me, what do they call you?
I'm the messenger of Zeus, but you can call me Alexios. And you are?
Just a simple beggar. I sailed from Persia to see the beauty of the Greek world.
I can do many things, Persian, but I can't restore sight.
Nor would I want you to. My blindness is a burden that the gods have given me to carry, and I will.
Then what?
Be my eyes. When I was a boy, an Athenian told me the most beautiful tales of your lands. I would love to hear them again. Would you go see the places I never was able to, and return to tell me the tale of your adventures?
Not much of a storyteller, but I will be your eyes.
I knew I sensed kindness in you. You've made this old Persian happy again.
Don't thank me yet. What places do you wish you could have seen?
My favorite tales were always of the Acrocorinth. The statues of Zeus in Athena, the perch of the armored bird in Arcadia, and of course, the mysterious mound Taigetos.
So tell me what you know about the statue of Zeus.
Its great bulb stood ready to punish the Kephalonians below. Or so I was told.
I've seen Kephallonia, from the statue of Zeus.
Tell me, is it still a place of great beauty?
Yes, the island is beautiful. From the statue of Zeus, you can see the sea hitting the white beaches and mountains covered in green. But its people suffer because of the war.
Just how it was described to me. The gods simultaneously bless the land and curse the people. Even for gods, your gods are cruel, Misthios.
Okay, I've told you what I remember. Now tell me about yourself. What's a Persian doing here?
Persia and the Greek world are doomed to be opposites. In times of prosperity here, Persians always seem to suffer. And when you're at war with yourselves...
Persians know peace?
Indeed. My people prospered after King Xerxes was murdered. All except for me. A man tried to kill me with poison, which is how I lost my sight. I fled and arrived here.
So there's a price on your head. Now I'm interested.
There was, though there isn't anymore. Now then, tell me another tale, and I'll tell you more of my past.
There are many statues to Athena. Which one do you mean?
In my mind, there is only one. Her story always began. As we rounded the hilltops, we could see Athens bustling below us, and Athena above, matching our gaze.
You'll be glad to know I've been to the statue of Athena at the Acropolis.
If only I could have been there to feel her presence. Would you describe her to me?
If Athens is a city of statues, then Athena is their guardian. She stands high above everything, on guard over the city.
Yes, not just standing tall to protect Athens, but to serve as a reminder of the suffering those poor people endured during the invasion.
Your turn to tell me something. You said a man tried to kill you.
The man who rose up to kill the tyrant Xerxes was named Darius. He was of a new creed of killers, unlike any Persia had known. He was also the man hired to kill me.
A killer of kings, hired to kill a simple blind man. Why?
I have your interest, do I? Tell another tale, and I will too.
Acrocorinth? Don't tell me. It's in Corinthia.
Smart guess. It is the most renowned temple to Aphrodite, your goddess of all life's most pleasurable trivialities.
I've traveled to the Acrocorinth. From there, I could see all of Corinthia.
Ah, I can only wonder at what the worshippers of Aphrodite do to pay her tribute.
The Etera keep the spirit of Aphrodite alive, usually well into the night.
Exactly as your goddess deserves. When I was younger, I'd lie awake dreaming of what it would be like to go worship, of course.
Now that's out of the way, you owe me a tale. You said the king killer Darius was hired to kill you too?
He was. By my brother.
Your brother? None of this is making any sense, old man.
I trust you, so I will tell you. My brother and I are the last living sons of King Xerxes.
Impossible. That would make you a king.
I was. My name was Artaxerxes. I guided Persia through a time of peace. But my brother wanted the throne and plotted my death. Now, I hide here, exiled, living the life of a simple beggar. I will tell you more, but first...
Yes, a tale for a tale. Did say Mount Aigetos, didn't you?
You sound like you know that place. I have heard tales of its appetites. They say the mountain feeds on the suffering of Spartans, so the people there offer their own children to the mountain god for sacrifice.
That's not exactly right. I returned to Mount Aigetos.
Returned? Tell me, did you meet the mountain god who devours Spartan children?
The mountain is just a mountain, like any other. What makes Taigetos a place of suffering is the people there.
That is true of all the world's worst places.
When I was a child,
I could tell from the moment I met you that you carried the burden of suffering. Let it stay in the past.
Now you tell me, King Artaxerxes, how can I believe your story? You don't exactly look like royalty.
Well, that's the point. I am hiding.
Show me proof.
I could. You see, I knew a man named Themistocles.
The Athenian general. I heard stories about him being ostracized from Athens.
Over petty politics. He came to Persia to me, looking for refuge. I was king, but only a boy. He spent his days learning Persian and telling me stories of his home. Places like the Acrocorinth, Mount Taigetos.
The places you wished you could see.
I loved the tales and loved Themistocles like a father. He was kinder to me than Xerxes ever was. Tell me one last tale, and I'll tell you why he hid his treasure.
What do you remember about this armored bird in Arcadia?
There's a beast made of armor, jutting out from the mountainside, overlooking Lake Stymphalos and the undulating fields, stretching like waves on a golden sea all across Arcadia.
If you'd like to hear about the bird, I could describe it to you.
Nothing would make me happier.
It's a majestic statue, built from the blades of fallen soldiers. It's so high above Stymphalos and the golden fields below. Up there, I could forget there was a war.
So it is as it was told to me. The bird commemorates Heracles' fight against chaos, built on a place of calm. Hopefully, one draws out the best in the other.
So, I've been to the 5 places Themistocles told you about in his tales.
For that, my soul will be eternally grateful. As for my tale, Themistocles died peacefully in Persia, as one of us. I promise him I'd see the places he told me about. His stories will live on in me. And now you.
And what of your story?
I let the people believe Darius succeeded in killing me, so I could escape.
Artaxerxes, there's something else you should know. My grandfather was Leonidas of Sparta.
That means...
Your father, King Xerxes, killed my grandfather.
Then you're bound by blood to avenge him.
Xerxes, false king! These Misthios led me right to you. Time to finish what I started.
Alexios, please!
Artaxerxes, are you hurt?
Despite being bound by honor to avenge Leonidas, you saved me. Thank you.
I had no choice. That man wanted you dead. Must have been another one of your executioners.
It was. If he doesn't return to Persia, my brother will send another, then another. It's time this old man accepts his fate.
Sure, you could give up. Or you could sail home, kill your brother, and take back your kingdom.
I spent my entire life undoing my father's work. I won't end my life becoming him. As for you, there is the matter of your payment.
Well, I did save your life, and I went on an adventure for you, Your Highness.
You did. And in your retelling, I felt like Themistocles was speaking through you. For your reward, go to the tomb in Salamis, where Themistocles hid his treasure. It will be near where he made his triumphant stand against my father's name.